Hey everyone, it's Mark here for Intel Future Skills, and today I've got a great guide for you called Patchwork. This is like an e-textile one, but we've got an Olympics theme on it here, or a sports theme, where you're going to make a patch like an athlete would wear when they walk into that grand arena to show and celebrate their country being at the Olympics or some other sporting event. Now you've seen the athletes, they have a cool patch and it has their name, maybe it has their country, Team USA, and maybe their sport too. So look at the guide and start to dream, start to understand these patches, and then through the design thinking process, we want you to build your own patch, but for a specific athlete. What country are they from? Is this the Congo? Is this UAE? Is this from Korea, from Japan? Who is your client? What's their sport? Are they a cyclist or a skier? Who knows? But create a patch, and that's going to be walking through our normal steps. Dream it, draw it, build it, and then share it. And if you have time, expand on that. Expand on all the things that you've learned. Now this is a technical one because not just are we going to make a cool looking patch, but we're going to add some or electronics into it to make it flash. So let's get going. You could do this in multiple different ways. You could, if you had a microbit, you could just put that into your patch and set it on there, program it away. You could use a chibi clip, you could use Adafruit's Gem or Flora's, right? A whole bunch of different things. Today we're actually going to use SparkFun's ProtoSnap LilyPad board. Now there's variations of this board. Yours might be smaller or bigger, but they all snap together and they have everything basically built into it. So don't unsnap it. Read the directions and figure out how to program your particular platform. Now all of these boards, you're also going to need some conductive thread, because conductive thread is, well, conductive. So it transfers electricity, which is really cool because you can sew it into things, sew it onto these little tiny LED pads, or if you don't have those, you could use regular LEDs, maybe hack them from a little flicker candle, LED candle, get the coin cell, the battery holder, the wire, the LED out of it, and you could use that. But if you have one of these boards, they're really cool, and the conductive thread. So we've got functional aspect of it there, but then we've also got the form. And the form, I really like just using felt squares. You can find these anywhere, but you can also just use some scrap fabric if you wanted to, some tacky glue, some felt glue. Elmer's glue would work too if you need it. It's just going to take a little bit longer to dry. And then, yeah, draw. Now I've already drawn mine. I drew mine just like the icon here, Team USA, ping pong, and I'm going to put my lights, I'm going to put a light on this paddle, there's going to be a light on this paddle, and a light on this paddle here. Now that brings us to the second point. We kind of need to think about the function. How's this thing going to work? So I'm going to take another piece of felt, and I'm just going to put it down using my masking tape. Your patch could be round, it could be square, but mine's going to be round here. And this is going to be my functional side of my patch. And let's just think my coin cell battery is probably going to be here, battery holder, it's going to have a positive and a negative. And maybe I'd have some other little microcontroller there that makes it blank, different patterns. Look at your board, program it how it says. But I'm just going to make a simple one here. If you need a help on a simple circuit, you could also look at Paper Circuits from Intel Future Skills, which gives you lots of good understanding on how to do that. But I'm just going to use our basic little ladder technique, parallel circuit. I got my positive, my negative, and I'm going to span my LED across this wherever I want to. So I'm going to put one here, and one here. And then I would cut this out. I would sew each one of these little things. I'd sew it up with my conductive thread going from the positive to the negative all the way around, never touching the thread together except for where the LED is. And then I would simply put my patch on once I turn it on, and it should shine on through. So I'm not going to finish it because I want to see yours. We all want to see yours. That's part of the share it step. And if you get something cool, please, please, please send it to us. intelfutureskills@intel.com is the email address. Until next time, keep making, have fun, and Mark is going to be out. I'm going to light it up. I'm going to light up this patch right now, get it going. Here we go. Bye-bye.